All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is a roll today with Alicia and Norelia. Both of them train a ton. They're both good buddies too. Alicia's a purple belt. She's been training about 4 or 5 years. Norelia has been training about a year, maybe a little bit, about a year. Both of them have gotten a lot better. They both prefer gi, but they've been doing a lot of no gi recently, so they've come to the dark side with that. Hope you guys like it. Please like and subscribe. It helps out a ton. Also comment below. That'll help if you have any suggestions for new videos or you like what we're doing or whatnot. Always like feedback. So enjoy. All right, here's the roll starting out between these two. Alicia is in the white, Norelia is in the black. Alicia comes up, gets a nice little ankle pick. Norelia frames inside, but Alicia is able to hit the button on that near side and block the near hip and start getting the top position. This is definitely one of Alicia's favorite positions. You'll see her a ton in top of side mount. She does a really good job holding people down there and using her positioning. Norelia does a good job getting to turtle, but she hesitates a little bit too much. Alicia had that far side arm, which allowed her to pull her back in. There's the shoulder pressure. She could be a little bit deeper and threaten the choke. Norelia does a good job turtling and avoiding the back attack there. This is a really nice setup. Whenever Norelia goes to push the face, Alicia redirects the arm and sets in the arm triangle, switching to the other side. So look at that again. Norelia's right arm is going to get overextended as she uses her frame too high. Alicia pops the arm off and then drops her head down. This is the moment where Norelia should have turned towards the camera and dropped her right elbow to the mat. But as soon as Alicia was able to get ear to ear and leg pummel across, that right foot was a little bit slow. She's able to set into the position, and that's a really hard late stage defense to work. Good. They end up restarting from the ground. I know both of them want to get better at wrestling, but definitely comfortable starting on the ground as most jiu-jitsu people are. So Alicia's electing to play bottom game. There's a Choi bar. We've kind of been working there, but Norelia starts getting her arm out. Alicia cuts the angle really nicely and starts hunting for the arm. This was a mistake that Norelia did, but she didn't do it at the same time. She started using a defensive hand in there and then brought the hand away, thinking she was out from stopping it. So looking again, if you look at Norelia's left arm, she's ready for the leg to come over. She starts blocking it there. This would be an opportunity for her to hide her other hand, and then she forgets about the leg for just a moment of a second there, and Alicia gets it around the head and spins through. If Norelia stays on top here, she could use her legs to disrupt Alicia's hands. She gets rolled. As she tries to come up, she gets the sassy leg, as we call it, over the top, pins down, and there's a fully locked out armbar and tap. Good. Going back to another setup here. Again, Alicia electing to play bottom. Norelia does a good job controlling the legs, but she was on her knees, so it was harder for her to start moving through there. She's committed her left arm. It looks like there's a little bit of a Kimura trap here, but Norelia is hand to hand, so it's going to be hard for Alicia to separate that. She doesn't separate it, but it does end up working for a sweep. Here, Norelia could bridge towards her and try and roll and then get her legs back inside, but really, there's the high step. She's got to use her right hand on Alicia's left knee and then try and use her legs to pull her back and get her back into a guard, so we don't get stuck in this judo armbar variation. You don't want her stepping around the head through north-south and planting on the shoulder, because it's a tough submission to get out of. Again, we're starting back same position. Getting more comfortable, passing on our feet would be ideal for Norelia here, just because it's too slow to pass on your knees unless you're really a lot larger or stronger. She's doing a good job not getting caught up in the guard and controlling the legs. But from here, she wasn't past the legs, but she had elected to control the upper body. That's why the legs came back into play. There's a nasty little submission there she missed. I forgot to mention it. It's like a shoulder and neck crank. Wouldn't know what to call it. Yeah, we're kind of into the neck crank here, but the angle just turned slightly to Norelia got her head back in. The arm is really locked down, and there's the armbar attempt here. Norelia is getting tall. There we go. That's better. Hips are lower. Again, same thing. We got to be looking for those early stage escapes where you're grabbing your bicep and then taking the other hand to trap the legs. So you create that frame around so they're not able to get the full extension. Again, looking for that ankle pick as we come up, and she likes to sit back and play to a leg lock game. Both of them are pretty new to the leg lock entanglements, but we've been working a ton on getting better at them. So from here, she's going to create enough space. She goes to her mega reap, or that huge outside reap. There was a heel hook there. She kind of skipped over it, which is fine. She still has the reap and elects to pull it to the side. There's the leg isolation and bite. Norelia didn't really see what was going on, so Alicia didn't put pressure, but just switched to a different submission into the knee bar. Here's another look at that. So the off balance is pushing away with the feet, which then creates room for the foot to come across the hip, where she is then going to try and make a closed circle around the hip. As soon as that foot came across, there was an outside heel hook there, but she waited too long and turned to where the heel was already hidden. Because the heel was hidden, Norelia was trying to come up. Alicia does a good job passing it to the inside heel hook, and you'll see now Alicia has the closed circle and the leg isolation. She has the bite. She even switches to her 411 here. There would have been a finish, but again, Norelia is still new, so we don't crank heel hooks, especially in our gym. She does a good job switching to the knee bar, though. Catches the leg, starts putting pressure. Norelia wasn't sure what was going on with the leg, so she just tapped early, which is totally fine. I'd rather see people tap early and not get hurt than have things pop and then they can't train. So knee cut there was super loose. She cut away too much, and that's why she lost space and got caught up in the legs. The timing was really good, but she slid her knee away. Now she's caught up in the legs, but because she has inside position, it's good. Norelia's left elbow is actually in a really good spot. She could wrestle up here, and she does. There would be a good single leg attempt, but she keeps her hands in a little too defensively. She's got to learn to open up a little bit. That'll come with time. So again, she's starting to set into our back. If Alicia were to roll over her right shoulder now, she'd have a really cool back take. Norelia grabs the arm, but then falls to her back. That would have been a nice escape if she would have grabbed the arm and switched. Here, she gets her shoulders out nicely, elbow to the mat. Kind of textbook escape there, really good. We just went over that a couple weeks ago. Legs pinned. There's an opportunity to knee cut. The knee cut's right there, but again, run here, she slides her knee too far away. You'll be able to see it here again. She takes that right knee. She has an underhook. If she were to crunch her body up and try and make herself into like a little ball, that right knee in front of the hip would have been a little bit better, and she would have been able to stabilize. It was right at the end of the round here. They did great. Remember to like and subscribe for more content. Thank you.